Hi there, Andrew here. I love to be entertained, but I have no patience, so I give every new show I watch only one episode to hook me. Welcome to Debut Review. Okay, The Muppets Mayhem. I was going to say, why is it not called Electric Mayhem? But I guess it's, the Muppets are causing mayhem. So the Muppet, although there's no apostrophe in the Muppets, it's just the Muppets Mayhem. So whatever. So here's another example of a show that I saw the trailer for and I thought it was a movie. It's not. It's a show. Okay. So it's a Muppet show about the Electric Mayhem, which is a musical group of Muppets who've been around for decades. You know, Dr. Teeth and Animal and the other characters. Although, looking at the show art, I have no idea what poster's out next to me, but the guy with the trumpet, who is that? I don't recognize him. Dr. Teeth, and there's the blue guy with the sax, and then the lady with the guitar, and then the guy with the orange mustache and the guitar or bass. I can't really tell from... Looks like she has a guitar and he has a bass. I don't know. I think Dr. Teeth was keyboards. Animal, of course, is drums, but we've got some yellow guy on trumpet. Was this character introduced at some point? New to the show? Fair enough. Why am I asking a camera? I'm going to watch it in a couple of minutes, so I'll find out. So I don't recognize the character. If that's a regular Electric Mayhem person, or was added recently, or within the last 20 years, or for the show, I don't know. Doesn't matter. So I love puppets and I love puppet movies, but I've never really connected with the Muppets. It's not puppets. Love puppets. It's the Muppets specifically. I don't dislike the Muppets. I just don't care. They've never done it for me. Never cared for the Muppet Show. I've seen The Great Muppet Caper. I've seen the Muppet Adventure. I've seen the Muppet Christmas Carol and Treasure Island and a couple others, and I just genuinely never Again, I don't dislike the Muppets. I've just never liked the Muppets. I don't know why, but I love Dark Crystal and Labyrinth, and the Dark Crystal Netflix show was really, really good. Shame they didn't do any more of that. So yeah, I love the Jim Henson puppetry. I don't like Fraggle Rock either. I don't know what's wrong with me. Never cared for Sesame Street. At least I don't remember. I mean, I remember being aware of Sesame Street, but I never remember liking, like, being a fan and consistently watching. Like, I remember some of the shows and cartoons that I watched when I was little. I don't recall, like, Sesame Street or Mister Rogers' Neighborhood. God, I was just a weird, boring child, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so, hey, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch the first episode of The Muppets Mayhem. Then I'm going to come right back. Actually, my ass is not leaving this couch. So, see you on the other side. I just want to reiterate that while I've never been big on the Muppets or big into the Muppets, I don't think I've ever actively disliked the Muppets. Right? I hope that's coming across. Like, I liked the Muppet movie just fine. It's fine. The Muppet Caper and Treasure Island Christmas Carol, they're solid. They're fine. I watch them and I enjoy them just fine, but I never think of them. I never really want to watch them. I haven't seen any of the new Muppet movies. They made a Muppet movie some years ago and followed it up with Most Wanted, and there was a new series on Disney Plus a couple of years ago. It's more of a web series or something. I just never really had any interest in watching it. Which is weird, because they're always fine, but I don't know. Anyway, so first episode of Mayhem. It's fine. It's cute. I enjoyed it just fine. It's fine. It had some laughs. I'm digging the performances. It's got some nice music. The puppetry's well done, of course. Still don't know who the trumpet player is. Oh, also notice that this has probably been consistent for 50 years, but the bass player and the guitarist are both left-handed. It's just something I noticed when they did a full shot of the band playing on stage. I'm like, they're both left-handed. How's about that? So, they do the smart thing here where the show is about none of the characters in Mayhem, in the Electric Mayhem, are the leads of the show. They're not the main protagonists. And that's good because the show would probably be obnoxious and annoying if they were. Now, there's a woman who works at a failing record label who's just big into music and wants to do music-y things. Excuse me. Yep. Almost 1 in the morning. But if I want to stay up past midnights and watch the puppet TV show, I'm an adult, and I'll do just that. So they're closing down the record shop, and she's going to be out of a job, but she finds out that in the 70s, they forwarded an advance payment to the Electric Mayhem for their first album, which they never got around to recording. So her plan is, okay, I'm going to track down the Mayhem, I'm going to make them record the album that they owe us, and that way we'll stay in business. But of course the Electric Mayhem are Muppets, so they don't work on, like, human logic. They just do their own thing, because they're crazy puppet peoples. And that works when you have the problem is when you have an obnoxious character who's the lead, that's hard to make work for a television show or a movie. Because as an audience member, I'm like, why is anyone listening to this person? Why does anyone like this person? When you do it the other way, and the Electric Mayhem are the side characters, and Nora, I think her name is the lead, she's putting up with them because she has another goal, and she is exasperated by them and their magic cartoon abilities. Like, they show up at her house, well, her sister's house, and she's like, where's Dr. Teeth? And he found the hot tub. And she goes out and he's sitting naked in the hot tub with a Mai Tai. And she's, where did you even get a Mai Tai? And so they're discussing, contracts, and he says, great, would you like a Mai Tai? And she, where are you pulling what bag of holding are you pulling that out of, you sorcerer? And of course, Animal is Animal and just staring at her going, Nora! And just kind of creeping her out. But that's Animal for you. So it looks like this series is going to be Nora chasing the Mayhem all over the place, trying to get them to do the album that they owe us, so that she can keep the company alive and have a job. Wouldn't that be nice? But they're not much for structure. They just go where the wind carries them, man. They're not going to sit still long enough to actually record a studio album. So what is she going to do? And I'm sitting here in the first episode, I'm thinking, Nora, do a live album. just record one of their shows. That's it. That just do a live album. Problem solved. just do a live album. We're done. We're good. How many episodes? Let's see. And we've released them all at once, so yeah. 10 episodes. Is that going to be like the twist by the 10th episode? It's like, let's just record them performing live. They do this all the time. Let's just record one of their shows. Live album, done. We're good. So, our main leads, Nora and her sister, wonderful. I don't know either of them. I don't recognize the act. No, the younger sister I've seen somewhere before. But both of them, great screen presence, great chemistry with each other. They're heightened just enough to work with the Muppets, but not so high that they're not exasperated by the Muppets being in their reality. So I'm enjoying the I'm actually enjoying the human performances and the relationship with Nora and her sister. And there's a bit of a backstory where their father was a musician, but he passed away, and she gave up her dream. She dropped out of college to help raise her sister, and who's actually like a YouTube influencer now, so she's doing really well. And I actually find all that I'm finding the human element a lot more interesting, although the puppet stuff is very fun. So will I keep watching the show? Yeah, I think I'll probably see this one through and enjoy it just fine, and then probably completely forget about it later. I don't know. Or maybe it'll be one of the Muppet projects that I end up really enjoying and sticks with me for a while. That would be cool. So, yeah, the Muppets Mayhem. It's certainly okay so far.